Our marriage counselor told me to trust the process, then I found out he was sleeping with my wife. Part 3. The search for truth. The next few days were a blur. I couldn't focus on anything, work, life, or even small talk with Emily. I kept replaying that phone call in my mind. Every word she'd said to Dr. Foster was etched in my brain. I decided to do something I never thought I'd do. I went through her phone. I hated myself for it, but the suspicion was eating me alive. I wasn't proud of invading her privacy, but something deep inside told me I had to know the truth. I found the texts almost immediately. Their conversations weren't just about therapy. They were full of personal details, inside jokes, and flirtatious remarks. I felt a pit in my stomach as I scrolled through the messages. I can't wait to be with you tonight. You're all I think about when I close my eyes. When will we have some real alone time? Each message felt like a slap in the face. I couldn't believe what I was reading. It was obvious now. She had been having an affair with Dr. Foster. And all along, I'd trusted him to help fix our marriage. I felt sick, my head was spinning, and the anger bubbling inside me was almost too much to control. But I had to keep it together. If I confronted her too soon, I might miss something important. I had to plan my next steps carefully. That night, I pretended everything was normal. Emily came home late from work, like she always did. She didn't seem to notice anything off. We had dinner, made small talk, and eventually went to bed. I kept my distance, even though my mind was racing. I decided to call Drive Foster the next day. I needed to hear it from him. I needed him to admit what was happening. When he picked up the phone, his voice sounded calm and professional, the same way it always did during our sessions. But this time, I couldn't mask my anger. Dr. Foster, I know what's been going on. I know about you and Emily. There was a long pause. I could hear him breathing on the other end. I knew he knew what I was talking about. Look, I don't know what you think you know, but I suggest we handle this professionally. I could feel the lie in his words, and that was the moment I knew for sure. He wasn't going to admit anything. He was going to play it off. Professionally, you're sleeping with my wife and telling me to handle this professionally. My voice was low, calm, but it cut through the phone. You're going to pay for this. I hung up, already knowing there was nothing left to say. I knew the next step would be difficult. Confronting Emily would be painful, but I was done with being played.